What is up, ineffable being? How are you doing today? I hope you're having an amazing, wonderful, magical day. I want to share with you that you are a genius, you are special, you mean the world, and you are loved. Today's topic is communication skills. So, put down in the comments what is your connotation of communication skills, and I want to know where you are with communication. How do you feel? Like, are you effective when you communicate? Are you good, or where do you want to grow? And I'm gonna share with you the exact same. I'm gonna share you my connotation of um, communication skill, and my strong suits and where I still lack, and my vision for the future. So communication is very important. Like literally, language is the one of the greatest things we have, and being able to create effective communication is the most amazing thing there is. I mean, beyond being conscious, if you can communicate appropriately, um, well, hey, that's probably why people aren't that conscious on the planet, because we have school and we have teachers and parents, and it's typos, and we have Grammarly and so much that we just think that's it. Not to like demise communication, but you couple a very conscious person with the ability to communicate. I mean, then you're amazing, you're complete, you're whole, you don't lack anything. But a lot of us can just communicate, which isn't a bad thing. But we're not gonna bash anyone in this video. We're talking about communication skills. So I made a video, and I believe it's called "The Secret to Communication." But let me tell you the secret to communication again. And this is my belief system. This is where I currently stand. And what I mean by that is, in the future, I can go live through a certain experience in my life that's going to make me change my current belief system. And I'm 100% open to that. So let me tell you the secret, the golden rule to communication. The golden rule to communication is the following: this is how I understood what you said. Is this how you meant it? Again, I'm going to do it one more time. This is how I understood what you said. Is this how you meant it? This, whenever I heard this, and I'll tell you from who. She's such a dear person to me. She's such a special person to me. Her name is Teal Swan. And she shared this, and she just said it like, like, she said it so passively, and it really hit me. Like, it's like, in essence, I meditated on it. I didn't literally meditate, but I was like regurgitating this idea unconsciously, which even gives it more merit to me in my eyes of how powerful it is. But now that I've just like accepted it, it is literally so amazing. I mean, think about it. Lack of communication and poor communication skills literally is like you can't express yourself. But the thing is, communication isn't just for the person speaking. Communication is also for the receiver. The person that's communicating, like the orator, might be like the best communicator in the world, but it doesn't matter if the person receiving it, without changing his filter or through his own filter, doesn't receive it accordingly. So many people believe communication falls on the orator, but that's not the truth. The truth is, it's a two-way street, and it's even. It's not one side of the street has 5 lanes and the other side has only 2 lanes. No, 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 no. The truth is, it has to be 5 and 5, 1 and 1. It has to be equal. Again, the secret to proper communication is, this is how I understood what you said. Is this how you meant it? Now notice, the person that would be saying this is not the orator, right? We don't have the orator saying, talking to himself. No, it falls on me. You tell me something, I say, okay, hey, so this is how I understood it. Like, you want me to clean the house, and you want it to be done like pretty promptly. You don't want me to leave it for next weekend, because the way I understood it, based on like your tone and myself, it's very soft the way you said it, and there's not a lot of hesitance to it. It's just kind of like, just whenever. It's just a suggestion. So then that allows the parent. I'm literally talking about my upbringing, but this then allows, we open the door for the orator to come in like, no, I'm actually saying like, um, get this done today, but hey, thank you for acknowledging that I'm such a nice person. So that was like an over, like that was a big example. But again, like it's very much like this, like, hey, this is how I understood what you said. Like, this is how you meant it? No, like this is actually what I meant. You see, it's very casual. Of course, whenever you hear it, as an instruction, as a tool, as a secret, the brain hypes it up, and it even sounds kind of corny, right? Like you're like, that's gay, that's corny. Like I'm never gonna do that. Like who's this guy? But no, like literally try this next time you have a conversation. Even whenever you don't exactly, whenever you feel like the conversation doesn't require it, just start using it because it's gonna change your life as it's changed my life. I mean, you can see my energy and my glow when I talk about this. It is so it's so life transforming, and I can't really like tell you every experience I've had with it, but I'll just tell you it's ineffable. Like you can't really put into words like the reaction, the outcome you get of using this secret. But um, that's basically my whole thing on communication. It's this like one secret. This is how I understood what you said. Is this how you meant it? And I will go a little bit in depth, is just to say like this allows communication about what was communicated. So usually people just have communications, right? Like one person speaks, the other one listens, then they respond. The other one person listens, and then they respond. So that's just like a very basic level, like level one communication. But now to take it up to the next level, and it's not that far, and it's very casual, is to say, hey, this is how I understood what you said. Is this how you meant it? This is gonna change your life. This changes my life, like day every single time I can use it, I do. And again, it's not about the person speaking; it's about the person listening. You have to be sure that you understood what they said. So I said I was going to talk about my strong points. I'm very direct. A little. This is after the secret, right? After you know how to listen, how to deliver, how to receive, excuse me, and be sure that you received correctly. The next, I mean, you should be able to properly communicate. Honestly, properly orate. Honestly, it's easy. Be honest. Don't be manipulative. Don't make yourself sound sad to receive X. Don't overhype yourself to receive compensation that you wouldn't have received otherwise. Just be honest. Like this, the speaking side to me is very easy because I love myself and I see everything as an extension of myself. So a lot of times it's really hard for me to see myself lying to myself or manipulating myself. So I don't do it externally. Like my life is so simple. I've simplified it to these like very simple ways that I just tell it how it is. But then we get into my areas of opportunity, right? So my areas of opportunity is learn how to be soft around the edges. Now this can go both ways. This can be like, well, you don't have to like compromise to others, but it's also like the human side, right? Because I understand there's two people in the world. There's a person that creates themselves inwardly, and there's a person that creates themselves from their external life. So to be conscious, the conscious side, where the planet is moving, where I want to take us, where we're all going, where we'd like to be, is to create ourselves within, because then we don't need the external world, right? An alchemist, not allowing external situations to influence our internal state of being. That's an alchemist. That's me. That's where I want everyone to be. That's the goal. That's 100% consciousness. So I'm not always talking to people that are conscious or that are like, that are alchemists or that are conscious or creating their emotional states. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's true. I don't have to compromise, but it's like I understand where they're coming from and their emotions, their unconscious thoughts, their feelings are created from their external environment because they're not consciously creating. So it's like I do have like that burden of like, oh wait, let me talk a little nicer. Let me plush up this pillow. Let me, that happens. So you have to accept that reality. It's true. I'm saying it's a paradigm that exists in the world, and there's nothing I can do about it except how I'm going to react to it. Now, knowing this, knowing that there's two different types of people, what am I going to do? So with my really close friends, I tell them how it is. With my partner, I tell her how it is. But now with, maybe some coworkers or just like the average person on the street that I don't feel that vibe of, you know, super elevated conscious vibe, I will have to kind of talk a little softer. So that has been the video on communication. The secret is, though, it doesn't matter if you're going to be nice and you're going to compromise, or being direct or not, or honest or not, which you should be. The secret is, this is how I understood what you said. Is this how you meant it? There's literally no room for miscommunication. There's no room. And then the later things, minor, is, honesty, not being manipulative, being sincere, um, and then depending on where you are in life, you have to understand your listener. So based on your listener, you're going to use different words. So that, again, that means consciousness, being aware. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you apply this, and if you do, like, come back to this video and tell me, share with us your experience having used this secret, because I'd love to hear it. I mean, I love it, and I'd love to hear how it's working in your life. Please also share what topics you'd like for me to cover in the future, and please share this video with your loved ones, mastermind groups, social media accounts. Hit a subscribe and a like button. I hope to see you on the side of light. Goodbye.